Okay, welcome back to Canadian Gun Reviews. This is stage 3 of my basic reloading series. This will be talking about your powder charge and your projectile seating. I did already try to shoot the video, but did not have the camera on at the time, so I will just be doing 5 other cases that I have already prepped. And I will show you the 20 that I did, the original 20 from the series. So there's 3 sort of basic ways to do your powder charge. I'm using Varget. Now I already know what charge I want to use, but I would go to my quick reference book, find my bullet. I'm using Varget. I've got all these different, my low to high. I know my rifle likes to be right in this range, so I'm going to use that as a guide. 33 and a half grains of Varget is what my rifle likes for this particular projectile, which we will be using a 55 grain flat back soft point. It's more of a hunting round. It's what I'm 0.02 in my rifle currently. So your fastest and most convenient way is to have your powder charge set up, already tuned for your throw, and everything's kind of ready to go. So I'm going to show you essentially what that would look like. I'd already be ready to go, and that would be it. I do that for all 5. Now I know that this is throwing a little bit under, so if it was bang on, I wouldn't have to do this, but because I'm going to show you this, so I can put it a little under, and then I can fine tune with a powder trickler up to the point that I want. Which is 33.6, and then I would essentially just funnel her in and be done. So again, because I know that this charge is actually underweight, I put it in, and then I would just crank this up. And this would be more so for match grade ammo, things along those natures, where you're looking for the most precision possible. Becomes a slow, tedious process to do it this way. Ultimately, for these particular rounds, I don't need to be that precise. Anything within, 33 to 34 grains is my ideal spot. So now, if you don't have one of these, that's fine. Even if you don't have a powder trickler, that's also fine. You can still do it. It is, again, slower. You will kind of get into a rhythm, and you'll kind of know what you're looking for. But you do it all by hand. Even your trickling. Just nice and easy. And there's your round right there. Again, slow, tedious, but you don't need to go spend the money on a powder trickle. You don't need to go spend the money on a thrower. Those are for if you're doing more high volume stuff. If you're really just reloading 20 at a time because you want to hunt, you reload even 50 at a time, this isn't that bad. It really isn't. I wouldn't worry too much about it. Again, I know that this is underweight, so just be quick with the trickler here. And again, you'll kind of get into a rhythm, and you'll know exactly what you're trying to do. You do want to be careful. It is gunpowder. No lighters or matches or smokes, or don't be dumb. don't be dumb around gunpowder. You'll regret it. That's pretty much it. Anybody that's getting this far into reloading, I feel, is already should probably be pretty safe about what's going on and what's happening. The other thing is, once you're done using powder, don't just leave it out. You want it to be, when you're done with it, you want it to be gone. Empty your powder tricklers or anything you're using. So what I would do with this, because this isn't set to anything, I'm going to show you that I am releasing all of it, because I want to make sure that it's completely gone. That when I'm done using powder, there's no powder on my table. And this is totally empty. The only powder I have is in these cartridges. And then sealed up and put away. Don't need to have it out. It doesn't need to be here. You do want to be careful. You don't want to double charge things. But with rifle cases, you don't really have that issue of double charging. You can still overcharge, but I mean, ultimately the case just can't hold an extra charge. So, just be careful. Don't overcharge it. Stick to your book. Stick to your maximums. And you're going to do just fine. It sort of comes with some learning and getting good at it, but it can be done fast. It is a process you do want to concentrate on. So next step will be to seed my bullets. So this is just as important as any other process. I already have my seeding die in my press. I do want to be careful. These are flat back, so a lot of the times what flat back will do is if it catches an edge, just a slight edge, it'll just crumble the neck of that case as you try to seat the bullet. It will happen to you. I can guarantee you that. Anything with a boat tail, you really don't have that issue because it seats into the case neck really well. You are going to need to have some kind of precise measurement, and the caliper is where you're going to want to be. Because you're going to have a maximum length that you can be, and different bullets have different lengths. So with my bullet, which is right here, I am 2.35. So I either want to be right on the money on that or under it. I don't want to go drastically massive amounts under it. And that's something you can kind of play with. What's more accurate in your particular rifle? You want it off the lands. You want the bullet seated right on the lands back, and that's something that you can do and adjust for it. Now, because I already did some previous ones, this is already set up perfectly for these particular bullets. Normally, what you would do is you'd back this off all the way, just the bullet a little bit, and you just slowly dial it in until you get to the exactly what you want. And just make sure that that bullet is going in as best you can and not catching any edges. And then, once you think you've got it and you're adjusting it, be measuring it every time. So this is right close, 2.348. So right close, but within our means, and ready to go. Now, a lot of people will say you need to crimp rifle cartridges. I don't crimp any. Other people will say you only need to crimp if you're firing in a semi-automatic. Even when I'm firing in my semi-automatics, I still don't crimp. As long as your bullets are seated with some force and they're in there good, just like that, you're not going to have any issue. At least I've not personally had any issue, even in my semi-automatics. If I was reloading for, say, a new bullet weight or a particular projectile that's different, what I would do is if I was reloading, say, 20, I would have 3 of them at my starting charge, 3 at my next weight, 3 at my next weight, 3, and then up until my max. And then I would shoot these 3, house the group. Shoot these 3, house the group. Shoot those next 3, house the group. Shoot my max, house the group. Whichever one shoots best out of that rifle, pick that one, and that's going to be your best charge. That's the charge your rifle likes for that particular bullet. And that's sort of, and then you get to play with distances, and how far you're seating and stuff like that. But that's basically it. Stage 3 in the reloading process it is a little tedious, kind of like stage 2 when you're doing your powder charges. But seating bullets is, once it's set and ready to go, it's very simple. Just go in, throw them, and now you're ready to go. So now I won't be packaging these up. I'll do some more and finish it. But these were the ones I originally did. So what I would do is I would just, because I did a case of 20, I would load them up. These were a 6.5 box, but then I'd put a label on it, 22250, 55 grain flat back hollow point. I used Varget, and I used, on these ones it was a little higher. It's 33.7 grains, and then when I pick up this box, I know what it is. It's that one. That's my powder charge. That's the powder I was using. I can label this as hunting, plinking, match grade, depending on what I'm building the ammo for. And then, once I'm done and it's labeled, this is where I store my ammunition. Slap right with all the other ammo, and once you put it away, you're done. So if you liked the video, leave a like, subscribe, comment. That was my basic reloading video. If you want more in-depth stuff on particular topics, leave a comment down below. Let me know. I can give you some tips and trick videos or whatever you want to save time, energy, things like that. Let me know what you guys want. I'll keep the videos coming. I got a few gun reviews coming too. Just let me know, and have a good day. Good shooting.